Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. Welcome back to the Wright Mentality. We are back yet again with another special guest. This is Miss, let me say it first. You correct me if I'm wrong. Shania Barr.
Okay.
Is that right?
No, the
Okay.
I silent is
Okay.
China.
Shania Barr.
Well, I'm country, so it sounds like I'm dragging it, but just Shane and
Shane Okay. All right. I mean, hey,
yeah.
hey, country boy here. So, I hop on the train with you. So it's cool. Okay. All right, good people.
Okay.
Always remember, catch us Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on Anchor. Okay. Today's episode of my very special guest, the organic therapist. The title of the show today. Okay.
Yeah.
The organic therapist. Now, when we look at organic, of course, organic is fresh. It's, up from the ground. Ain't no subsidies, no extras put into it. It's fresh, it's real, it's true. Now, when we look at organic therapist, Ms. Barr, tell me what you think about that.
Mm-hmm. I feel like an organic therapist is one who doesn't try to fit into a particular category, I guess, just being your true authentic self. Because I remember being in grad school and people just saying different things. You have to be like this or you have to be like that. It has to be professional. Like what does that mean? What does professional mean? So I know for me, the biggest thing I had to do before starting my private practice was just really owning who I was as a person and understanding that I can't help everybody. Everybody isn't for me. So I'm the type of therapist. I help who is ready.
Yeah.
Like I can't pull anything out of you that you're not ready to, you're not ready to deal with. So I support efforts. And a lot of people, well, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but I've ran into some clients that they're not ready. So I'm just not the therapist for it. Because we can talk about feelings, but what are we gonna do about the feelings?
Very true. Very true. I like that though, because I mean,
but
like
I just try to show. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no. Go ahead. You good.
I just try to show up as my true authentic self, like every day. And it's crazy because sometimes when I'm having an off day, my clients can, and I'd be like, so what's going on in your world? No, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you today?
Oh, they know.
Yeah. Like, my goodness. Yeah, they be on me.
Yeah. I like that though, because I mean, so when you say you can't help everybody, you really can't. I feel as if as becoming a therapist, but I feel you cannot help everybody. Now, me as a therapist, you as a therapist, we are our own therapists, and we do our own type of therapy. Right. So my therapeutic practice might not be the same as yours. So somebody that I have, I could refer them to you if they're not working well enough with me. Hey, I got, another colleague that could work, let's see if this works. Oh, nah, I don't like your ways. Her ways are a little bit better. Okay, I can't help you, but she can. So yeah, you cannot help everybody. So now when it comes to that, now, of course, we have the negative impacts on let me see if I can say it right. Let me see if I can say it right. Authenticity. Is that proper? I think that's right. Okay, so the negative impacts on being authentic, but the authenticity in a therapeutic setting. How do you feel a lot of therapists are doing with that?
How do I feel like therapists are handling that?
In a way, yes.
Like how it's coming off the other. I don't know. I can only speak for me.
Okay, so let's speak for you then. Let's how do you deal with the negative impacts of it?
If I can see that a client is kind of uncomfortable with me just being me. Okay, so first let me go back. Let me go back a little bit. So I like to build a rapport first. So if I kind of go with the flow of how my client is, So if my client, they might drop an F-bomb. So I'm like, oh, okay, I might not drop an F-bomb, but I might say, I might get a little bit more lax, but
Yeah.
um if I notice that that they feel a little uncomfortable, I ask them about that, so what's that? I see something, what's going on? Everything all right? But I don't know. If they don't like it, I just, like you said, okay, so if I'm not a good fit for you, but I always try to tell them this too, it's important for us to be a good fit because I don't ever want you to feel some kind of way like I'm trying to slight you or nothing like that. I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you.
Yes. Yes.
And you just got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable sometimes because it's not going to be pretty and rainbows all the time.
Yes.
So I just kind of give my clients the disclaimer up front of what type of therapist I am. I usually say I'm not a traditional therapist because a lot of times everybody have in mind what a therapist is before they start. So I tell them, I do want you to be comfortable. I want you to be comfortable with telling me whatever you need to tell me. And sometimes clients be feeling like what they want to talk about isn't important. It's a lot going on in the world. This don't seem, I stop them right there. Nope. Because whatever it is that you need to discuss is important to you.
Absolutely. And I agree because now when it comes to that comfort level, now I mainly work with kids. So for me to get on that comfort level with the kids, I got to meet them where they at, get at their eye level and all that. And I feel as if while working with the children to get them to get comfortable with me. Now, my approach, of course, is going to be different. So the way I present my organic self is, hey man, ma'am, whoever you may be, listen, I'm here for you. I'm here to advocate for you. I'm here to help you, assist you, do whatever I need to do. Right. But if you want to sit here for this hour or hour and a half and not say nothing or do nothing, that's on you. Okay. I didn't force you to come here. Your mama, daddy, uncle, grandma, sister, brother, cousin told you to come see me. Now you're here. We could talk. We don't have to. But I mean, I can cut on some music for us. I can we can talk about sports, whatever. Tell me something that you may like. If they do get to that point where it's just complete silence. Now, of course, that is a attribute of therapy, silence. But
right.
Not coming to see me every once, 2 times a week, and he just want to say, "I ain't got nothing to talk about." Okay, you go home. I just type a little note up, and you can go home. So there, that is me being my organic self, along with the you got to dress the part. So I don't want to be this person that comes into a school or home and looks stuck up, and they be like, I can't relate to you. Like, we ain't got nothing in common. I can't talk to you.
You don't know my struggle.
Yeah, they be like, I come in there with a suit, tie, jacket, look pripped and proper. Sir, you cannot help me. I done been through this, and this. You look like your life is perfect. Okay, well, let me take this towel, this jacket, roll these sleeves up, put some tennis shoes on I got in the car. Maybe can we holler at each other now? That's, to me, is the organicness of being a therapist. But now, how do you level with your clients though? When it does come to those ones that you feel you can't help, how do you level with them?
So I mainly work with adults, but I ask them, so what do you expect from this? Like, what do you want? If you feel like I'm not doing X, Y, and Z to support you, okay, so why do you feel like that? I know, because I had one time a client felt like I was judging them based off of something that they did. And I had to ask, so where did that come from? And the client said based off what my response was. But my response was just, I was trying to be as generic as I could to remove my personal opinions from that. And I was letting the person know, you know, I may not be excited or I may not show whatever kind of emotion, but the part that's important for me is that you just understand I have to help you navigate however you feel about your decision.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with my personal opinion. And I'm really surprised because that before I started my private practice and when I was working in community mental health, I felt like it was certain people that I probably couldn't work with.
Mhm.
And I guess the universe just done sent these certain people my way. And I've been able to be more I guess empathetic or understanding than I initially thought I would be based on, you know, just some stuff you just don't want to work with.
That right there. And I mean, I totally agree. Now, when I do get new clients and they come into the office or I meet them at the school or whatever, and of course I get the rundown from the parent or the person at school, principal, whoever, and you know, they should be like, get ready. Okay. I mean, let me, you know, give me a background first before you talk about get ready.
Right.
Like I let me know what I'm hopping
Right.
into first before I walk in that room. Now, when it comes
Mhm.
to, of course, I mean, now to me, children are, I'm sorry, people, children are harder to work with than adults, okay?
They are. They
Because
are.
yes,
Mhm.
they feel like I don't need no help. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm just here because they told me to come here. Okay, well let's figure out, you know, why they wanted you to come here. Now, the adults, what's your take on the adults though? Easier, harder, lightweight, heavy caseload?
Um, so when I was working with kids, the
Mhm.
challenge for me was when the parents or guardian were not on board. So it just felt, I'm not gonna say
Yes.
like it was like meaningless, I guess, because
Mhm.
I can help your child,
Mhm.
but there are certain things that you have to change and do and incorporate in order for this
Thank
to, you know,
you.
be a consistent thing.
Yeah.
They just want to
Thank you.
drop the kid off and they want this magic solution. And baby, I don't have that.
This
I'm a
ain't
therapist.
daycare.
I'm not a superhero. I can't, what you want me to do?
Exactly.
So, you know, and my patience, you
Yeah.
know, the Lord working on me, my patience just, and I just, so right now, that's
Yeah.
not the time in my life to work with kids. So
Uh-huh.
with adults, so what was the question? The most challenging thing with adults?
What's the challenging thing with adults?
I think what I have experienced is if they feel like they know specific things based off of their research they did
Oh,
or based
gotcha.
off
Okay.
of prior experiences with therapy, you know, and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Are they trying to tell me what I know? I had one person one time, they were like, I think I want to do DBT. Okay, so why do you feel like DBT is something that you would want to do versus, you know, XYZ? Oh,
Mhm.
because I was just reading about it, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, just whenever they feel like they know more.
More than you. That's my thing too. Like some, and now of course working with the kids, we got to work with the parents too. So I get where you're coming from. Now, to me, there are a lot of sorry, I ain't sorry. There are a lot of kids having kids. So when it comes down to the part where you feel, you know, your kid has these issues or problems, you know, hey, Mr. Antonio, here's my son. Um, fix him. It's not, wait a minute. Don't go nowhere. It's not about fixing him or her.
Mhm,
Let's
mhm,
understand what they're going through in their mind, so then that way you can understand what they're going through, so y'all can work together as a family. Because I'm just the therapist. I'm not the daycare
mhm.
teacher. I'm not, and that's, I feel like a lot of parents today want uh essentially a care provider for their children when it comes to a therapist. They drop them off.
Yeah.
Look, talk to them. I'll be back in about 3 hours. Huh? Session ain't but an hour. Sit down outside the door. I'll call you when we done. So that patience, I get you working on it, God working on your patience. I don't know. He gave me a lot. For some reason, he gave me a lot. Because when I tell people I work with
Well,
kids.
that's good. That's good. We all have our lane. And I'm not jealous of your lane, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all gotta just stay where we know we can thrive. So,
Absolutely.
but I always thought I would work with kids, but now it shifted whenever I was in community mental health. But in my private practice, I understand that I'm indirectly helping the kids, because if I can help the parents understand that kids are just human, they have the same feelings that you do, they just small.
Yep.
So I do a lot of work with the parents on, like you said, trying to understand and just removing the anger and trying to guide them with love. Because of course your kids might get on your nerves, they're gonna do something that's gonna make you mad. Absolutely. But you gotta control yourself though. You are responsible for your feelings. So you can't be trying to take it out on the kids because you done told them 300 times to clean up their room.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you have to make them feel like they need choice. They have choices. If you don't clean up your room, X, Y, Z.
Yep. Yeah.
And don't be giving them little false threats. I'm gonna knock your head between the washer and dry. No, you're not. Don't tell them that. No, you're not. You're not gonna do it. And so what you showing is that you lie. You a liar, because if they don't do it, you're not gonna knock it between the washer and dry. So yeah.
I don't get that. A lot of people do that. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. My mama used to say that too. You don't clean this room up, I'm gonna tear your backside. I'm gonna peel the skin off your back. Can you really do that? So, okay, I don't want to find out. So let me go do this. Okay. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So now, let's bring it back. Now when we look at therapeutics, do you feel a lot of therapists tend to hide their authentic self to better serve the client?
I don't know if I've seen that. Because I'm not gonna say birds of a feather, but a lot of my friends that are therapists, we kind of feel the same way. I'm gonna be my true authentic self. And that, to me, and well, in my opinion, that helps the clients embrace who they are, for them to be their true authentic self. Because I'm not gonna be fake breaking over here. Because if I'm fake breaking on Monday, I might forget who I showed up as on Monday. Exactly. And Friday, you get somebody different. And I don't have time. So I'm just gonna be myself every day. And whenever I feel like I can't show up to support my clients, we just have to reschedule. But most of the times, whenever you having a human moment, it's just like whenever I turn on my camera, it all goes away. I guess it's just kind of like I show up for them.
Yeah.
But that's why it's important for us to take care of ourselves though. And we have to know our limits.
Self-care.
Yes, self-care. And self-care is, I can't be seeing more than 5 people a day, because when I was doing it, I was tripping. I was doing too much. And now that I realize I have my threshold. So I don't want to get compassion fatigue and stuff like that.
That's that balance. Good people. Balance. You want to be a therapist. Not therapy. Any job, okay? Balance. So now balance. With that, like what you just said with the compassion fatigue. So I feel that's what this question came from. A lot of people, or in the mental health field, get compassion fatigue. They get a lot of emotions involved into situations or their clients, because of course we want to help who comes onto our caseload. Now, I had a friend that I work with, and I noticed she will bite her nails. And I'm like,
Mhm.
now for me, I have compassion for my client. I have compassion, I'm emotional and all that stuff. I'm not going to say I hide it, but I can control it. So when I walk into a
Mhm.
room and a client, you crying and okay, man, let's talk about this. What's going on? Let me see what we can do to get past this or work through this. Um,
Mhm.
I cannot bring that in my house. Now, when we get to that, is
Right.
let me sit in this car for about 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Hey, people, we human. I'm gonna blast some Kevin Gates for a good 30 minutes.
I'm I'm gonna be trapping it out. I
I'm
got
like,
to.
we got to, you got to do something to get rid of. I'm gonna still be authentic with you, organic with you. When I get in this car on the way home, I gotta trap this out because I can't take that in the house with me. Because if I do, I feel that it's going to wither myself away, and it's not going to work.
It is. Mm-hmm. It is. It is. So I don't commute to work because I work from home, but I have a separate space. So when I leave my space, that's where all my client stuff is. That's where all that, all that's it. Because I can have empathy for you and not carry that on my back.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
yeah, just being, self-aware and as therapists, going through our own therapy. Hopefully these therapists out here, they done had some therapy, to get to
we
deal with
hope,
that with
we
their own.
hope, we hope
So yeah.
every therapist has had a therapist. Now, I've been to therapy. For those of you that are becoming therapists, counselors, mental health advocates, life coaches, all that, talk to somebody first, please. Just hey, let's see what's going on in this mental capacity here before you know or think to know that you're ready to go out here and take on other people's problems, because it will weigh on you.
Yeah.
So now, my last question to you, good ma'am. My last question. And listen, I like how
Okay,
you
okay.
you rocking that right mentality over there. You know how we we
Yeah,
we
the right
doing that.
mentality.
You know,
I had to
good.
show up
Hey,
and represent
we
the man. You know
appreciate
what
you.
I'm saying? You gave me the merch. I wouldn't be right if I
Hey,
ain't rocking
we
it today.
we we gotta do it. Hey, listen, we gotta do it the right way. Come on now. Come on. Okay. Now.
The right way. All right, Mr.
Yes,
Right. There
yes,
you
yes.
go.
So now, when it comes to a future therapist, counselor, life coach, all that stuff, what can they learn
Mhm.
from you, Miss Barr? What can they learn from you?
Don't doubt yourself. Don't look at somebody else chapter 35 and you just open your book
Yeah,
and you feel like you should be doing it like them. Now, I'm not saying you can't be inspired by people,
yeah,
but you still should find what motivates you, what's your passion, your niche, and just be true to yourself. So if you
yeah.
know you want to work with a certain group of people, then go with it. You don't have to try to jump on a train or what's popular or whatever, because everything that's for you is going to come to you. And
Absolutely.
sometimes it may take a little longer than other people, but it don't delay does not mean denied. So, just stay true to who you are. And if helping others in this capacity is your passion, this is what you're
Mhm.
supposed to do, then just stick with it. Because the money gonna come. And this was another thing that, in school, well,
Yes,
you ain't gonna make that much money as a social worker or a therapist, a counselor, whatever. You can't worry about well, I ain't gonna say you can't worry about the money, but the money gonna come.
yes, yeah,
Opportunities gonna start dropping in your lap.
yeah.
When you get into your groove, your thriving
Mhm.
existence or whatever, it's
Yeah.
gonna come.
Yes, I 100% agree with that. 100%. What is for you is going to come to you. I heard that little Eric Thomas in there. I heard that little bit right there. I heard it. Now you got to listen. Speaking into existence, it's gonna become what it is. So, good people. Today's episode, organic therapist. My special guest, Miss Barr here. I don't want to say your first name again because I feel like I'm gonna mess it up. So we just gonna say Miss Barr.
That's all right.
Okay, good people. Now, Miss Barr, anywhere that these good people can check you out, let them know where they can find you at.
They could now on Twitter, that's where I'm my true authentic self.
Okay.
Because we know social media, you gotta, you can't just y'all know. So it's Shania Barr LPC on Twitter. And I'm actually an author also. Let me just plug that in there. I do urban fiction. So that's another thing about being your true authentic self. I'm not just a therapist. You can do whatever it is you want to do, and you can still be a good therapist.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good. You heard her. You can do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. Okay. Because we out here and we doing this.
That's not ridiculous and reckless, not. Stuff like that. That's
you gotta take these chances out here in this world, okay? Good people. Always remember.
Don't let nobody water you down. Don't water yourself down.
Don't wait. Go listen to the episode today, okay? The episode from today. I'm sorry, this is gonna post on Monday, but the episode from Friday, go listen to that one, then come back and listen to this one, okay? Always remember, good people, keep the right mentality.